Hello everyone, this is Talon doing a Novgorod playthrough. We're going to go for the achievement Frozen Assets, and for that we need to start as Novgorod and control 90% of the trade power in the White Sea trade node, well as the highest value trade node in the world. So let's look at our trade nodes. Right now we have 38% of the White Sea trade power. Most of it is staying, but a little bit is leaving out to the North Sea, so at some point we'll have to control a majority of the North Sea, or just stack up how much trade power we have in the White Sea trade node itself to make sure that most of it stayed, as well as increasing the value. So what is our plan long term? Well, we're going to conquer some of the Baltic Sea here, such that our Novgorodian trade node can funnel almost exclusively into the White Sea, and then we're going to spread east, capturing much of the Asian trade. So this route coming in as well as this route coming up. You can see Persia, super high value trade node, but that only funnels out to Constantinople. So we can actually ignore much of the world that is below this line. We would love to snag much of Crimea. The problem is that Crimea is probably going to end up with some sort of relationship with Constantinople. The Ottomans, and we're in no shape to mess with them at this point in the game. Maybe later, but we'll see. So first things first, as Novgorod, when you start, the big issue you have is that Muscovy hates you, hates you, hates you. They want all of your land for their mission tree, as well as starting with a core. So we have 1 month to secure some alliances to make the AI think that we're a lot stronger than we are, so that Muscovy does not attack right away. So how are we going to go do this? One of the first things we can do is get an alliance with Scotland, which I think is always a great move when you're playing Novgorod, because Scotland has, a bunch of troops. They could never get to you in time to save you from Muscovy, but Muscovy doesn't know that. All right, so we want also to see if Poland is within the realm of possibility. Now, Poland has not, let's see, took Teutonic Order, Hungary, and Bohemia. Can we rival any of them? We've got Denmark, Lithuania, and Tver. Is Denmark on their list? No. Okay, so we can't rival any of their rivals, but we can maybe be friends with them. Another place to look is to the Great Horde. Now, they hate Crimea, Muscovy, and Kazan. So I think a good rival for us is always going to be Muscovy, because we cannot avoid a clash with them. It's part of our mission tree. We're going to want these provinces off them right away. The rest of these you can see require tech increases for marketplace and dock, marketplace dock, and church, and then an icon. So we can forget about those. The first thing we're going to focus on is stealing this. So how do we steal this? Well, we want to make ourselves a little bit stronger. Notice that Tver is a valid rival. So one thing we want to do is set them. And I don't think we want to rival Lithuania, just because, well, I mean, if they get absorbed, they get absorbed. But we don't want to piss off Poland by saying that we are a rival to their ally. So we're making 4 a month before we turn everything off. I think discipline is great. Morale of armies would be better, but we can't afford it. Trade efficiency, improved relations is a good thing. I'd love Diplo rep, but we can't afford that at this stage in the game. Production, we are producing 2, so that's 0.2 ducats. Whereas inflation, we can go, he's 40, we can go with some production efficiency. I would prefer national unrest or tax, but you get what you get. Can we do estates? No, we can't. We're a merchant republic. It's not going to do anything. We're a merchant republic, so we can soak up trade power from one province miners. And we also have these special buttons. One of them reduces autonomy, one of them reduces rebellion rates, and one of them just gives us free unions. The downside of giving free unions is that you get an increased stability cost, but you know, these are a long way away. How's our ruler? He's 62, and he is fine. Idea cost, stability cost. I wonder if it makes sense to stab up right away because we have, you know, I might just do that just so we're building prosperity and everything like that. So let's see. We want to turn our fleet maintenance off. We don't have enough light ships, and there are so many competing powers in both of these nodes that I think that light ship protection would offset the cost of the light ships themselves. And I don't want to mothball my heavies, because if I need them, I don't want to have to wait, you know, 6 or 8 months that it takes for them to get back up to speed. We don't have that many sailors to begin with, so fleet maintenance all the way down. We want to always be rooting at corruption if we can afford it. We can definitely turn our forts off. Their strategy is not to beat Muscovy because we couldn't. They're just stronger than us. We want to get alliances, so we don't care about that. And then to that end, we can also turn off our army maintenance, which will save us a bunch. So we have a free diplomat. I think that securing an alliance should be our first priority. Well, we have the one in Scotland. We don't want the only ones that are available to us. Let's let 1 day go by. So we're in an alliance with Scotland. We have Odia, Ryzen, Moldavia. So we don't care. This is 9 development. They're gonna get guaranteed by Lithuania. They're gonna be attacked by Muslim. Like we don't want to mess with this. Ryzen, it's, you know, a good vassal to have. Already thinking about vassalizing them. You know, just because they can deal with all this land down here that would be difficult for us to take right away. But we are not going to ally them just because it's not they're not big enough to have provide any value. So one thing I think would be valuable is, I wonder what the envoy travel time to Great Horde. So basically, we want to be doing lots of things at once. We want to be allying Poland. We want to be allying the Great Horde. We want to be building a spy network on Tver. Poland is going to have too many diplomatic relationships very, very soon because of their elected monarchy. People are going to be all over that. Great Horde, I think, is not going to have that many, and we have a common enemy. So yeah, enemy of the enemy is already ticking. So I think what we should do is improve our relations there, and then I'm going to call him back to see if I can get him 13 days. Yeah, we can get him back. Once this guy's back, we'll send him out to do Great Horde relationship improvement. I think Tver, getting a spy network on Tver is very, very important because Muscovy is going to declare on them. Right, it doesn't matter who they become friends with, Muscovy is going to declare on them, and we want to be in place to declare on them before Muscovy does. And does Muscovy start with any? Nope. So they have to build claims. So because who's Muscovy's rivals? Lithuania and Kazan. That's great news for us. This is actually a pretty good start. So we're going to move down here. We're going to build up to our force limit. We're going to see what our ruler is. That's great news. Two of everything. Okay. So when this guy comes back, we're going to start building spy network and then send our freedom back to the Great Horde. Do we want any of these states? No. Alright, so I think that is a good opening. Just out of curiosity, who would be in our trade league? This is not showing up accurately because we are not having diplomats. Alright, so let's go forward a couple of days. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, so Great Horde. No, Tver, we want to build a spy network. Great. 14 days. Well, yeah, do I want 50 dip or do I want to pay 100 points for 1 merc? So I don't think that means anything to anybody. Unless there's something I don't know about republics, but I'm not seeing any balance of power. So, that's that. We can help ourselves. Okay. Stop building a spy network, and then we want to improve relations with the Great Horde. Great. So here, the force limit is 14. So we can do 1, 2, 3. And then we have 1 extra, so we'll go and build 1 there. And then, yeah, we're just going. So I think that getting an alliance with Great Horde, that'll come pretty quickly. As our troop count goes up, army strength, relationship, trade dispute with Lithuania, that's fine. You said I would be fine. Alright, let's take off. Oh, they can't move. I'm just watching this number. See, if we had a Diplorep guy, we could get this already. But that's fine. I wonder if... Yeah, we're gonna get this in no time. Yeah. Common rival, Dip Rep, Great Horde Opinion, thrown by Muscovy. Yeah, 1 more month should do it. Looking at our spy network, I think it's time to see Moldavia is already in March, so even if we ask them for help, I'll update. So I think it's time to start paying for our troops, as we are going to want to be in place to jump onto there. We can get this alliance already. Great. Alright, did I miss? Yeah, formed a union. So Poland formed the union. I think our next move is going to be, we want a diplomat free to make sure that we jump onto Tver. Muscovy changed arrival. Maybe they switch. They're no longer valid for Poland or something. Lithuania. Doesn't matter. We got our guy in place. We're building up our morale. So right now, each month we gain 2.5, so that's 4 more months. That should be about 4 more months on this, maybe 3 more months. We can jump a little bit early because I think numbers advantage into grasslands should be fine. Tver is allied with Odiev, that's great. I don't really care about Odiev. Ryazan is at war with Trab and Immorati. Interesting. Anyway, so that's going up. We don't want to pay for our stuff when the war starts. So I wonder... 1.85. So that's we're gonna be ready next month. I think that we leave the diplomat free just to jump. And to maximize the impact here, we want 9 in front. I'm not gonna be doing this all the time. I just think that these first couple wars, the sort of micro that you do when the numbers are really small, have a disproportionate effect on the efficacy of your everything you do. So we're gonna go first of next month. We'll be a little cheeky and improve relations. Confirm call. 13 days. Yeah, we're totally fine. 13 days, and we've got our guy. Let's just make sure they didn't get any other Yeah, they are allied with Odiev. They're improving. We gotta actually fabricate the claim, so we have access to Tver itself, and so the only consideration is, do we want this as land of our own, or do we want to vassalize them? Tver, the only claim they have is on Rezev, so I don't think that that's sufficient to declare a reconquest war that we're interested in. So October 1st, we're going to claim Tver itself. We have claims. And I think it's time to go. Oh, we need this to update. So is that 1 day? Yep. Okay. We're going to declare a conquest war. Odiev, do you bring anyone else? Nope. We don't want Lithuania. Is Lithuania still actually guaranteeing them? We can't take that land anyway, so we don't actually care. So now, is 5 development worth not getting the Humiliate off? I don't think so. I think that Age of Discovery, once we get Humiliate Rival ticking up, that might be preferable. So we're going to declare this war. We're going to take Tver. I'm not going to bring in Lithuania accidentally. So I'm going to go that guy, and then he's going to get there on the 10th, and the 11th. So let's give it 1, 2, 3. So, oh, he died. I wonder. Yeah, he's still fighting until we click this button. So boop boop, got it. That was a stack wipe. Yeah. And armored edition, prestige, good stuff. All right. Doesn't matter because he's dead. I think that we really want to focus military power to stay up. My thought here is that if we stay relevant in terms of military strength, we can actually beat up on these guys. Because in this region you kind of fall behind because of institution spread not being advantageous. We might dev push Renaissance, we might hold it out, but in any case we want to stay up on military strength, so then we can form up. I like being at force limit, so we can detach the siege and then alright. Oh, it's this faction button. Okay. That's right. That's right. So right now we've got army tradition, war exhaustion, traders, navy tradition. So trade power and naval maintenance. This is trade power down, morale up, sailors up. This is construction costs. So at some point we want to get the guilds up when we start building things, but right now I'm fine with the aristocrats. Our trade income is not that great. 4 ducats out of... It's on par with tax, but yeah, we'll mess around with this a little bit later. Totally forgot. Oh, very cool, thanks. So let's get rid of that. Poland, we want to be friends. Great. What are the chances of an alliance? We're at war, but 43 reasons. That's not actually insurmountable. And they've not blobbed out in terms of their relationships yet. So, we're doing that, we're doing that. Let's see what our leader gives. No siege, so we don't care. So that's 5, that's 7. The Muscovite claim. So I think that we're going to... It does not have a fort. Do we care about devastation on 16? No. So let's just loot it. for all it's worth. ODF has 6 somewhere, so I'm not quite ready to... Oh, okay. So let's muster in Muscovy. So free diplomat. And they came up here. How convenient. Go our leader this way. They're headed to Luki. Oh, what a fool I am. They're going to get there on the 7th of January. Oh, we're going to get a month tick. That's great. You might turn that effect volume down a little bit. Okay. Free diplomat. Let's just check out Trade League. I just don't think that for our position right now it's something we need to be worrying about. So what are the next things that we want? Ryazan. So we want Poland. Would we want the Livonian Order as an ally? Maybe. We can boost our power projection. That's one thing we can do. So to Muscovy, we want to get that embargo going. It's 5 days. And that's it in terms of our ally. Denmark, who are your rivals? Venice. I don't care about Venice. Okay. Kazan, would you want to be our ally? They hate us. And they hate the Great Horde. It's unfortunate. Alright, so we can just kind of chill. Yeah, Poland's going up. Let's maybe make sure that that relationship stays positive. So we're mustering in Rezev. That Russian winter is wreaking havoc on the Odievians. Oh, I thought you were supposed to head this way. Alright, so we want 2 cav and 6 frontline. 6 frontline, that leaves 4 to go siege Odiev. This should be a powerful enough force to deal with the Odievians. I do have a shock leader, but shock is not that important right now. 8th of May. We don't. Do we want to attack? We can't even reach them. So let's just chill here. Got more maneuver than they. Yeah, we can just go into the forest. It's fine. We won the siege of Tver. Odiev. I can siege it all the way down. That'd be fine. So Muscovy declared war. Better morale, more troops. So -1. It's a real kick in the butt. Alright. We're just gonna retreat right there. Lose 50 admin to get a tax modifier we can't afford. Nope. Wipe that, unsiege that, and I think we can go down to low maintenance so that we're positive. Army tradition versus professionalism. What is our current army tradition? Lose all of it. No, let's get some. That sounds nice. We can turn this fort off. Tver wants out. Where's your loot? Let's go and loot this place dry. I think 3 points is pretty good at this point. One thought I had was to do that when you accumulate the show strength to get some points, but I think that having a little bit more land at 13 development in the beginning, it's good for me. It also keeps Muscovy weaker. I get a little bit stronger. Muscovy does not get that strength. It slows them down too, because now they're in a war that they can't end until I, let them out of it. It's not a terrible place to be. Kazan, Crimean, Uzbek, Guy, Uzbek, Chagtai, Great Horde, Uzbek, and Beebus. Right, they love me. They're kicking. Okay, do I want prestige, base tax, mercantilism? I don't want to fight 15,000 rebels right now, though. So I think that base tax, mercantilism would be good in the long run, but they're separate. Let's see if I get the siege and then can get my armies together. Alright, so we won that. So let's get back from the Golden Horde. Great Horde, Golden Horde, whatever. Mercantilism actually that important? Trade power in provinces as well as embargo efficiency. I think we're going to go with the mercantilism, just because it's the equivalent of 500, 5 clicks at 100 pop of dip. It's hard to get it otherwise, especially without the Pope button. So by default, it will go for the first option, so we don't actually have to decide anything. 3 days, 2 days. I don't want your peace offer, I want my peace offer. Odiev. You are, we don't want them as a vassal. We want war reps, all your money, transfer your trade power, and then can get 5 prestige there. I think that's about as much we can do. Prestige, a little bit of money, trade power. That's great. And that exiles our units. Come back here, start paying for all of them. We can get a little bit more money out of this. In Lagoda and Cardpool. So Lagoda. What was it? Lagdoga. Okay. Very different. Very different. Very different. Lag. Jeez. Ladoga. Yeah. LAD. There it is. That's a river, but there it is. Okay, yeah, we can get there pretty quick. So, do I want the extra 2 ducats? Yeah, why not? Lazy diplomat, but that's fine. Alright, so now we can peace out. There, we want this. Let's consider let's consider what states this is. It's all one state. We're going to own all of it eventually. We don't need to worry too much about keeping it. I don't know if we're going to full state it right away. So we definitely want that. We definitely want to humiliate you, get all your money, and you're not going to exist after. I think so. It's two prestige for war reps. So we get 2 provinces, we humiliate them, we get 55 ducats, 6 prestige, and 40 power projection, which is awesome. So let's take that. And I would argue that, you know, having 40 power projection is more valuable than 5 dev. So you can make these quarters right away. Muscovite, is that accepted? Partially. So that's fine. So now we gotta go take care of these rebellions. None of them are near. I'll turn that forward on just in case that helps. For Novgorod, prevent anything, 10% local autonomy. That's totally fine. For 5 mercantilism, that's totally fine. So we can turn this off. Full maintenance. Take the no longer valid rival. So yeah, it's another 10. So who are our rivals going to be? I think Denmark, just because we like the idea of embargoing them. And they may get some other rivals that are worthwhile to us. Sometimes Austria rivals them. Poland, you love us. I wonder if that how. Oh, because we're at like 100 relations. Yeah, let's get that alliance. The watch is going to flip back in like 10 seconds. Now I have an alliance with Poland. Hell yeah! So let's check out our diplomatic situation. Novgorod, we've got alliances with Grey Horde, Poland, and Scotland. So mathematically, Muscovy is looking at us saying like it's not that not a great idea. If we were to attack Muscovy right now, Grey Horde would come in on promise of land. I don't think that we'd win that war. I think we have to wait for Muscovy to declare on Kazan. That being the case, Slavonian Order, Scotland and Teutonic Order. I wonder if we could get into a war with Livonian Order without losing the Scottish alliance, but those are going to be considerations for next time. Thank you guys for watching so much. This has been Talon playing EU4, and I'll check back with you later.